Hi, I'm Valerie Engelhardt, and in this video I have been inspired by fall leaves, and so I found this image on Pexels, and I'm not going to copy this completely. I'm just inspired by the idea of a rainbow of colored leaves, and I'm just going to use whatever's in my palette here. So this is my Rockwell Art palette, and I'm going to be using a 3/8 inch dagger striper brush. And true to form for me, I'm not going to do any sketching first. I'm just going to start picking up paints and going for it. And I'm going to keep to the color gradation. So I'm going to start with green, end at purple. I don't have any red in this palette, so I'm just going to grab things and see how it goes. And because I'm not going to sketch, this might actually turn off really off center, but that's okay because you can always crop things. So I'm going to start with the tree sprite. This is a lovely green that separates into a purple. So I'm just making the little tip and I'm going to bring it down, just do a nice round leaf. Add water. And this is just some Fabriano 1264. And I'm going to create little barbs, like little spiky bits of this leaf. And I'm doing that by just pushing up with my brush. And since it's a striper brush, or like a dagger brush, it has a tip. I'm just making a saw motion back and forth. And I'll go ahead and give it a little stem. Now, watercolor is beautiful. I want these to bleed into each other, so I'm going to move into another green. This one is on at diamond yellow. I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to start actually by making little jaggedy marks. Oh, I'm too far away. I want this to bleed together. So maybe actually doing the smooth look first. And then let's do a little sawtooth, make it jagged. And so this color is bleeding into this color, and I like that. I want that. And if you want even more texture, you can just drop in some water and let some watercolor blooms happen. Next, I'm going to go with, I don't have a yellow, so the closest I have to yellow is this Magic Wizard. So I'm going to go into Magic Wizard, second verse, same as the first. And I don't want the tips to all line up in a perfect row, so kind of like mountains, some are going to be higher than others. Though I do still need to work quickly because this paper dries pretty fast. And if the paper's too dry, I won't get those lovely bleeds. They won't merge together in that lovely watercolor look. And I want that. So I'm going to move a little more quickly. Let's grab, oh, that's a purple. I don't want that yet. This is a brown called Elf Wings. And I like this one because it has purple undertones. So like this green has purple undertones, this brown has purple undertones. And just doing a little saw motion with my brush. And if you want to go drop in other colors, go for it, but I want to see what kind of like prism I get. All right, I don't have red, so I'm going to go in for pink. This is Morai Witch. And I'm actually going to bring it down a little more. Now I've only got 2 colors after this, so I'm eyeballing to make sure I've got enough room. And I can always stop it at a single purple, which I might end up doing, just because I'm going to run out of room. let's go grab this purple. This purple has red tones in it, so I think it'll go with this pink very well. And this particular one is called God's Back. It's one of my favorite colors. I went in a little dark, so let's grab more water. And a little saw motion. Might have used a little too much water for this one, but that's okay for now. Let's see what happens. I want to go ahead and put the stems in right now, or the veins, that's what I mean. So I've grabbed this cut of an old library card I have, and I am just going to scrape. And so look, that scrape right there, I didn't actually lift paint. What happened is I damaged the paper and the paint rushed in, and that creates a dark mark, which is fine. I am fine with it. It's best to move quickly though. And so by doing that, I'm creating some veins without having to actually paint. Let's see if this is wet enough to do anything. This is dried too much. So see, I scrape, but I'm not creating any dark marks at the bottom, nor am I able to lift the paint. If the paint were still wet, but mostly dry, and you scratch it, it'll lift the paint. You'll end up with a white vein. But if the paint is still very wet, you'll get a dark vein because the paint will move into that line you created. But right here, it had dried enough. I have a white vein. And I think that's pretty cool. I like variation in my work. I'm also not doing a great job of scraping. But you know, this is just fun. Oh, see, like this one's white. And I love it. I really like that. So if I had moved much faster on this one, I'd have that. But if I try this here now, see, the paper's already damaged. This is also much wetter. This is super wet. If I do anything, it's definitely going to be dark. But it is so wet. I'm going to grab a paper towel. I'm just going to sop up that puddle. So this one's definitely going to be a dark line. All right, and that can also work for trees. I'm looking at these leaves thinking, oh, hey, this could be like a row of trees, and then we could paint like a foreground, and that would be lovely too. But this is just a fun little exercise to see how your colors can all blend together, how to practice different forms of lifting. And just a cute little painting like this would be perfect to do not just for a warm-up, but also on like a card, a little greeting card or postcard that you could send to someone. So I hope you enjoyed this nice little exercise. If you have any questions or anything you want to see from me in the future, leave a comment below. I really do read them and take them into consideration. And if you want to see more, subscribe because I make videos every Monday and Thursday. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.